against a much lower seed that's had to scrape and claw through 3 rounds of playoffs. But all that matters now, 4 quarters of football for immortality and the ultimate prize in the sport, that national championship trophy. Welcome to Las Vegas, where dreams and fortunes can be made, and the site of this year's national championship game. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the BYU Cougars, taking on last season's national champions, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. This football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Finds his man, it's Bachmeyer. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Important second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Using his legs on the scramble. The senior calls his own number and picks up the first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quick completion to the tight end. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
BYU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Send the back in motion. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Valentine. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Scanning the field. It's Dampier. Locates the tight end. It's complete. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
3rd and short now for the offense from the +25. Already in field goal range, but can they convert, keep the drive going? Grab down the middle. It's Bachmeyer. Putting toward the end zone. Touchdown, Brigham Young. They draw first blood in this national championship game, you cannot do a better job of setting the tone immediately, Kurt.
Well, it's the biggest game of the year, so you've got to bring your best. On the opening drive, the offense did just that. That's how you get this thing started.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner looking to make a play here. Coverage team flying downfield. Not much gained on that return. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll run it here. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Fires it to the wideout. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Contact as he threw it. Oh, he makes the catch! And the Black Knights come to the line in the hurry-up.
Hey, they hit this for the first down, and I kind of like the approach. Be aggressive. Show your players that you believe in them, especially early in the game like this. Take a chance, and here it works out for them.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
It's third down after that run. To the air. It's Reed. Caught quickly. Eyes, nobody can bring him down. They move the ball to the 48 and earn a fresh set of downs. And the Black Knights pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
By the receiver, finding some room with the 25. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Army, as they answer with their first score of this title game. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. the drive now, the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. That's caught. It's Bachmeyer. They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Second down after the incompletion. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Oh, that one's picked off. Breaks into the open. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And here comes the Army offense onto the field now. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Get some space around the 30. They make the stop at the 25, but it's 1st and 10 for this offense. And the Black Knights will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. And in first down, they go right back to him. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
Here's the second down play. They'll run it from the gun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. We are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Off target and incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And that one's straight down the middle.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. The receiver makes the catch. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. On the run, he'll let it go. He's picked off, threw it across his body, and paid the price.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Offense comes back out onto the field. We're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. He's going to pull it down and run. He finds some space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Black Knights.
Chris, I can't believe the quarterback took it all the way to the end zone. That is a big-time play. The defense, to their credit, had everybody covered, but they forgot to account for the mobility of this quarterback. Sure made him pay for it.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
BYU
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Offense comes back out onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion to throw. It's Dampier. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
They'll kick it away here. And it's taken at the 45. And the returner is brought down. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Who's going to take off here? Finds room at the 30. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Running back with the football. Doing a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. And the Black Knights are in the red zone. And they hand it off to the back. Has a path to the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
And the Black Knights will line up here on first down and goal. He keeps it on the design run. Touchdown, Army! Still no answer for this offense.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown. He shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Well, the power run is stuffed, barely makes his way back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Back to pass. It's Dampier. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Receiver makes the catch. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
BYU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back. Looking to test the secondary. Looking to scramble now.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Okay, we reached the 2-minute timeout. The offense some work to do here, trying to cut into this lead before halftime. Now it's 2nd down here. Offense looking to throw the ball. Grab near the sticks. It's Bachmeier.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary, and they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
1st down here for this offense. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Dropping back. It's Dampier. Moves out of the pocket. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. 2nd down. We're going to throw it. Punt over the middle. It's Bachmeier. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Play action fake, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
Boy, this defense is having a game. So much pressure, so many sacks already, and we're not even to halftime. The offense better do a better job of protecting, and I think the offensive coordinator needs to make some adjustments in his pass pro to give this quarterback a chance.
And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Reed. He's running out of time here. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
Breaks an open space. Past the 30. First down and more. He's still running. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. One more play before they head to the locker room. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And they get him down what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Cougars will kick this away to start the second half. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Army offense out of the field now. An effective running game is why they were on top. Let's see if the defense can find a way to stop that. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looking to throw. It's Reed. Quick throw to the left side. What a catch! And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a first down.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. They look to throw it here on second down. Bringing pressure. Runs out of room and runs out of time. They trap him for a sack.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. They've got him. Again, he couldn't escape.
Well. Everything worked to perfection in the first half of this offense, and the defense comes out swinging, clearly listening to the head coach and the defensive coordinator to try to regain some momentum themselves.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. He'll field it close to midfield. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. They're going to run it here. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Running out of time in the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Valentine. Touchdown, BYU. Too much speed for the defense. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Point after, knocked right through. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner decides to field it. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Makes the grab. It's Humphreys. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll try and run it. And here's the running back. Fighting him off. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
You know, all week the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. An inside give now from the shotgun.
Chris, the advantage you have, obviously, from a quarterback standpoint, running the RPO, is you get time to evaluate that 1st and 2nd level of the defense and see where they're going. Unfortunately, the defense didn't show him much, and the back ends up taking it for just a few.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Back to pass. It's Reed. It's a quick grab. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? The receiver grabs it. And we're able to move the sticks. Set up now, first down at the 34.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
And the Black Knights lining up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. It's Army in the lead here. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Catch made on the left side. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Ball handed to the running back. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights. This offense cannot be stopped. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the fourth. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
BYU 14.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start at the 25. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. That pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
That completion sets up a second down play. Dropping back. It's Dampier. The pocket breaking down. Breaks loose at the 45. He's in the clear. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21.
you kidding me? This big a gain on a quarterback scramble? Defensive coordinator better get his defense together because that had to be a blown assignment. There's no way that a quarterback should get out in the open field off of a scramble and pick up those kind of yards.
Looking to throw it on first down. He finds his man. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
That pass is caught. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. They just have to be smart.
A solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. Can they finish it off here on 2nd and goal? Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Brigham Young.
Boy, this guy is so much fun to watch. Here, not even on a design QB run, able to create, use his legs, threaten the defense with his arm, and eventually off the scramble gets into the end zone. Great play.
And the extra point was up and good. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Touchdown, Army! This offense really clicking. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
BYU 21.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. The BYU offense back out on the field. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. Pressure is coming. Breaking free at the 35. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
One play already to the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the back now goes in motion. First down, looking to throw the ball. He escapes the pocket. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
Second down now after the sack. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught behind the line. It's Valentine. He stopped him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss.
Swarm with a pass rush, a sack. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. It's Dampier. Quick throw to his receiver. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, BYU.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back, but here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then, you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
Extra point try coming now. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. And here comes the Army offense out of the field now. Leaning on the run game here. They stop them after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So 2nd and short here, exactly what you want when you try to run the clock out and secure the victory. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Third down after that running play. Design quarterback run. He's going to lose ground on the run, and now it brings up 4th down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the Black Knights will look to convert here on 4th down. 4th down, he's throwing for it. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. Back to throw. It's Dampier. The pass rush closing in. Makes the catch downfield. They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Now rolling out to his left. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the 2nd sack in this game.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. He's looking to scramble. They make the stop with the 26, but it's a 1st down. This offense in good scoring position now.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody...
He cannot escape. It's a sack. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down and the clock ticking. A play action looking to throw. On the move now. breaks free. And the defense wraps him up. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Enough to convert on third there. So first down from the 12 now. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Looking for 6. Pass caught. Can he get in? They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Brigham Young. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
Chris, just a great job by this offense. Now, I think it's a little bit too late here. They're not going to be able to have a chance to come back, but I think it says a lot about the character of this football team that they're fighting to the very end.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. Now they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with his onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.
And that knee should do it. We have our national champions. With the last team standing at the top of the mountain for national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are official, your kings of college football and national champions, the Army Black Knights.